heard what you just said. He reads everything. He uses it as fuel. He used that fuel to continue that World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, in that case, I'll go with Seth freaking Rollins because I am joining the Raw roster on Monday. I don't need any enemies.
Oh, good. So good luck with Judgment Day.
That's what you want to do.
Rhea right there. There's Jackie. Have fun with that.
Rhea, Jackie, Rhea. Have fun.
Yeah. All right, let's just get away from this conversation altogether and turn our attention to the women's tag team champions who will defend tonight. Matt, take us through the story.
Last week on SmackDown, as former champion Raquel Rodriguez looks on, we have Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey facing Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn to unify the women's tag team championships, and that's exactly what they do. But they didn't have much time to celebrate, but someone get it on that.
I am here because I want a rematch for the titles that we never lost.
What could it be? It's Liv. Never lost them. Never lost them. That is the one thing that Raquel and Liv have working for them. They know what it's like to be champions. They will continue to build chemistry, and now they get a chance to win the title back. Never lost.
Well, that's the point they keep hitting home, right? We never lost those championships. If they were able to win them back tonight, how monumental a victory would that be for Liv Morgan and Raquel?
Oh my God, monumental, and not because of the goal, because you beat Shayna and Ronda. I mean, I can't imagine wanting something and you're like, oh, the good news is you got it. Here you go. Well, really, what do I get? You get a match with two crazy people, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. I'm good. So they're going to get their wish, get their opportunity. We'll see how it goes. I don't.
Yeah, okay, Matt, you want to get right to your...
I'll get right to my prediction. I love where Ronda and Shayna are right now. I think it's a formidable tag team. We're going to be dealing with for a long time, and we don't think they're losing tonight.
Agreed.
We've heard what Ronda said. Shayna said, hey, bring everybody on, including Liv and Raquel. I agree. Shayna's team.
Well, just to be different, I'll go with Liv and Raquel.
It's a good pick.
They also seem nicer, so I'm
Oh,
just...
they're definitively nice.
Nice dancing down in the ring. No doubt about it, Jackie.
Just get out of here with your facts, all right? We are going to step aside for a quick break here on the Money in the Bank Kickoff Show. We'll be right back.
Show me the money. WWE Money in the Bank, to be exact, as they're across the pond, O2 Arena in London, England, the UK, this July 4th weekend here in the States. Thanks for tuning in and watching my WWE Money in the Bank live watch along reactions live right here on YouTube. It is the 1st of July, 2023. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cohen Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below, the thumbs up button. Share hashtag WWE, hashtag MITB for Money in the Bank, hashtag WWE MITB as well, hashtag Money in the Bank. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Always greatly appreciated. As from WrestleMania to Backlash to Night of Champions, here we are for Money in the Bank on the road to SummerSlam, 1 month away, as WWE will set the course for the next calendar year with the WWE Money in the Bank briefcase to be won by a man and a woman this evening. 3 p.m. Eastern here in the States, 8 local across the pond, of course, with the 5-hour time difference. So 2 Central, 12 noon Pacific. But in the meantime, once again, thank you for tuning in and watching. They'll set the course for the next calendar year. The WWE Money in the Bank briefcase is, in fact, a contract for a championship in waiting. Every woman who has won the Money in the Bank briefcase has successfully cashed in, whereas 78% of the men who have won over almost the past 20 years have also won championship gold within a calendar year. So from now until next July 1st, until next Money in the Bank, that is as excuse me, we have currently a commercial break on the Money in the Bank kickoff pre-show. Have 6 women, 7 men in this year's Money in the Bank ladder matches. So 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches singles match with Cody Rhodes and Dominic Mysterio. The women's tag team titles will also be on the line. Gunther defending his Intercontinental title against Matt Riddle. Seth frickin' Rollins, Finn Balor for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then the Bloodline Civil War with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa taking on Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. As speak of the devil, Roman Reigns, there's Caleb Braxton outside of his locker room, knocking on the door, and Paul Heyman's probably going to answer. There is the wise man, and there's WWE's it couple, if you will. As Reigns said to Paul a couple weeks back, "Hey, wise man, there's your girlfriend." And as they got out of the car, but this uncomfortable never has Caleb Braxton seen Paul Heyman like this. Bloodline Civil War. We the ones throw them up, but Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, have turned on the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. Solo Sikoa very well could be next. We'll see what happens today. Should be in for a good show. Let me be your wise man, says Paul Heyman to the Tribal Chief. So yeah, guess what? You out, and I'm out too. That's what Jay said to Jimmy a couple weeks back on SmackDown before they super kicked the big dog, Tribal Chief, who sits at the table, who, of course, at this point, almost 3 years later, from You'll Never See It Coming at SummerSlam, Roman Reigns winning the title at Payback, is the undisputed WWE champion, time being. Hopefully, you've acknowledged him. Not going to be enough for Roman Reigns. Heyman, one of the best on the mic. I don't know if good acting job there with trying to cry, or if they all have bloodshot eyes from this overseas tour that they're currently on. But long story short, hopefully you've acknowledged the big dog Tribal Chief who sits at the head of the table of the Bloodline. He's now the only one. He's by himself. Even though Solo's still by his side and Heyman's his wise man. We the ones, throw him up, acknowledge Roman Reigns. Bloodline Civil War, main eventing Money in the Bank tonight, depending on where you're at, against the Usos. And then we'll see where they go from there. I mean, you want to talk about cinematic, you want to talk about edge of your seat, can't miss, must watch television. This Bloodline story that's been ongoing now for quite a while in the WWE. That's that to a T. As Heyman walks off, Caleb Braxton doesn't know what to think. Back to you. Yeah. So they're in the studio for the kickoff pre-show. So a couple more minutes of this. They announced that the men's Money in the Bank ladder match will in fact kick off the show. So the 6+1, 7 competitors in this year's men's Money in the Bank ladder match are as follows. The +1 is Logan Paul of Prime being added recently, but the 6 that qualified in no particular order. I guess we'll go alphabetical for the hell of it. You have Butch, of course, Pete Dunne. You have Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. You have, let me talk to you, L.A. Knight, who is over like Rover and is the favorite to win alongside Logan Paul. We have the one and only Ricochet, Santos Escobar of Legado del Fantasma, the LWO, rather than the Latino World Order. They're, of course, in London. So the London World Order is calling for WWE Money in the Bank. And then, yeah, as they give us the graphic for that matchup along with the rest, with a quick preview before we hit the top of the hour, with, I'd assume, Michael Cole, Corey Graves on commentary the whole entire show. WWE Money in the Bank about to begin. Shinsuke Nakamura is the dark horse in this, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if Nakamura would, in fact, win the briefcase, but as long as it's not Logan Paul, I don't give a shit, at this point. No, do not put the fucking briefcase on him. I get it's going to draw eyeballs. I mean, he's showed out in his appearances with the company, but is he a future world champion? No, he's still the. Yes, depending on who you ask, but no, long term. He's still that celebrity, that's brought in a couple times a year as a special attraction. And, okay, here we are today. We'll see if there's something for SummerSlam or later on in the year, and then we'll be on the road to WrestleMania for next year, WrestleMania 40. But like I was saying, Nakamura is the dark horse. But if anybody in this match that deserves it, it is Eli Drake. Dummy, yeah, let me talk to you. L.A. Knight, formerly Max Dupree. So, yeah. L.A. Knight is my pick to win the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's. The women's on the flip side, I have no clue in hell who's going to win. You have Bayley, who is the only woman in this year's Money in the Bank ladder match to have won before. Becky Lynch is also in it, as is Io Sky, Trish Stratus, Zelina Vega, and Zoe Stark. So, you have Trish and Becky going at it. Zoe's on Trish's side. You have Bayley and Io of Damage Control. With Dakota Kai injured, they're probably going to go at it. That leaves Zelina Vega. I'm sure they're going to have a couple surprises up their sleeve for the whole entire show. Should be in for a good Money in the Bank here in 2023, to say the least. With this card, along with what I've seen floating around on potentially, what direction they could be going in. Ever since Bayley returned last year at SummerSlam, I've been calling for her to, win a title. Maybe, put the Money in the Bank briefcase back on her. Of course, when she had it before, she was a face. Still was doing the Bayley hugger stuff. And now, of course, she's turned heel. And, could be a good pick. I think it comes down to Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus, so for the most part. But then you look at the current women's champions. Rhea Ripley ain't losing anytime soon. Asuka, along with Charlotte, and then Bianca Belair, along with Street Profits, potentially turning heel. Asuka, Io Sky could be a good feud. Maybe they go that route. Who knows? And then, what else we got here for Money in the Bank? Stay in the women's division. As mentioned, the women's tag team titles on the line. Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler defending against Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. Gunther defending against Matt Riddle. Cody Rhodes, Dominic Mysterio. And a singles match. Dom's mommy. Rhea's Dom, Dirty Dom Mysterio. Telling Cody Rhodes about hot times, baby. I think anybody other than, or except Cody Rhodes, talk about hard times. I mean, come on now. Going back to Dusty's promo back in the day. But could see a few surprises, like I was saying. debuts, returns, screwing people over. I'm not going to be surprised if Dom wins. Finn Balor's challenging Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship after Rollins won the new big gold last month. Really, a little over a month ago now. It's July 1st. It was Memorial Day weekend, late May. WWE had no pay-per-views in June. Seth Rollins beat AJ Styles, former Bullet Club leader, to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Now he's going to defend it at Money in the Bank against another former Bullet Club leader. In bitter Balor, as Rollins said after they fought in 2016 for the Universal Championship, Finn Balor became bitter when he became better. It should be a good match. And then, of course, the Bloodline Civil War once again. Roman Reigns, Sikoa against the Usos. In the meantime, then Now Forever Together, WWE with the opening video package. And now here's the old school MITB Productions. They went back to the 70s for these graphics. Looks like a Batjack Malpezzo design. But WWE Money in the Bank Open. It's going to get really interesting, they say. The O2 Arena sold out in London. This crowd was hot for SmackDown yesterday, last night. Here we are today. Of course, 5-hour time difference. 3 p.m. Eastern here in the States. 8 o'clock at night in London. So, opportunity is the mission. Yeah, all you have to do is climb the ladder and grab the briefcase. It seems simple, but it's not. And Money in the Bank's my favorite. Not necessarily pay-per-view of the year, but just piece that, once again, as mentioned, sets the course for the calendar year. Because if you win Money in the Bank, as mentioned, for the men's, 78% of the time they've cashed in and won, 100% of the time for the women. If you win Money in the Bank, you're damn, well, guaranteed for the most part. So we're going to all acknowledge Roman Reigns. A championship. Like, you're going to win a title within the next calendar year for the most part if you win Money in the Bank. So, this has been awesome. The Bloodline stuff. Of course, the Night of Champions. They had super kicked Roman as well. Jimmy did, and then Jay did a couple weeks later. You out, and so am I. And I am too. So here we go with the Bloodline Civil War. Once again, the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's is kicking off the show. Prepare to be shaken and stirred. So put whatever the hell you're putting in your cup, because this is WWE Money in the Bank. So on the WWE Network, on Peacock, here we go. WWE Money in the Bank, hashtag MITB. You're gonna see a lot of ladders. Moment, change lives, change careers. They say 18, almost 20,000 people. This crowd's going to be hot all night. So here we go. Money in the Bank. Let me know in the comments below your predictions. Bell rings, and falling is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Yeah, whoever grabs the briefcase first wins. Anytime, anywhere within the next calendar year. Become champion. And here comes Butch of the Brawling Brutes. It's fight night. So says Michael Cole, Pete Dunne, if you will. And come out first. But he'll have, along with Ridge Holland and Sheamus, they're by the side. A little blurry on my end for whatever reason. I don't know if anybody else is having the same issue. But it's not lagging, but it's just, it's not clear. Here comes Nakamura. Big pop for him as well. He's the dark horse in this match, I think. Nobody's talking about Shinsuke Nakamura winning Money in the Bank right now. Nobody is. Okay? He's the dark horse to win. So a long entrance rant from the corner. First pay-per-view for the WWE across the pond in 20 years. First time they've had television across the pond in about 4. Of course, they've done house shows, but this crowd's hot, and they're only going to get hotter as the show continues. And hell, we're just beginning, so thank you for tuning in and watching. Whoa. Here comes Santos Escobar of Legado del Fantasma, the LWO. Once again, normally, World Order, but they're in London, so do the math. Yeah, everybody other than Logan Paul had to fucking qualify for this match. And then he just says I'm in it. Which I get, it draws eyeballs, but as I said earlier. Anybody but Logan Paul. We riot if he wins. They don't need to put it on him. They don't. Here comes Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. But they might, We'll see here in the next half hour or so. Should have a, good 3, almost 4 hour show here. So hashtag once again, MITB for Money in the Bank. We still have Ricochet. We still have Logan Paul and LA Knight to come out. Logan Paul's probably going to get booed out of the building. LA Knight's going to get the biggest pop thus far. We'll see about the rest of the show with potentially what's to come. But yeah, only time will tell what the hell's going to happen. I have no idea, but should be in for a good show. I have an idea, but of course plans change. There's always a plan B. So the one and only Prince Puma, Ricochet. Mike Rome on announcing duty, so no Samantha Irvin. Ricochet and Logan Paul are probably going to do something high-flying together, I'd have to think, as they've done in the past. Maybe they do what they've done before, but this time it's off the top of the two tallest ladders that they set up side by side, and spear each other off of those, rather than spear each other off the top of the rope in the middle of the ring then. L.A. Knight. Yeah. Let me talk to you. Whose game is it? He is so fucking over. They're chanting his name. They fuck up the camera there, but the people's choice, not the people's champ, but the people's choice, and yeah. He should win. Of anybody other than Nakamura, he deserves to win. They don't need to put on Logan Paul, but they might. Just hope to fucking God they don't. And here's all the boos for Logan Paul. And rightfully so. Fuck off. Nobody likes you and your damn brother, Jake. Jake Paul's only in boxing because he can't fight in MMA. And Logan Paul's only in pro wrestling because he can't do either. I get he's a draw. But sometimes shit runs its course. Alright? And no. Just no. Hopefully somebody puts him in his fucking place. Is Ridge Holland still ringside? Remember what Ridge did to Big E? Well, do that to Logan Paul. I get that was by accident. Shit happens, but why the hell not? They're circling Logan Paul as the bell rings. So here we go. Match underway. And they attack Logan Paul, and the crowd's loving it, and so am I. Kick him while he's down. Get him the fuck out of here. Damian Priest with a big right hand. Butch with a clothesline. So Logan Paul sent ringside. And now everybody else getting in the action. So we have LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura working with one another. Santos Escobar and Damian Priest working each other. Butch was with Logan Paul, but now he's Ricochet now with Santos Escobar. So Logan Paul grabbing a ladder and gonna climb the ladder here. Here comes Nakamura, thank God. So do your, big stuff you're gonna do, but he doesn't need to win. Nakamura kicking him in the corner. Priest with a Pele to Shinsuke. Yes, they attacked Logan Paul, got him out, and then they all fought ringside. And then, he went for a ladder and back into the ring, and Priest hits Shinsuke with the ladder, knocks him out. Ricochet and Santos pinning Priest into the corner with the ladder. Here comes Pete Dunne as well, Butch, if you will. Crowd's chanting something, can't make it out just yet, but super kick, yeah. LA Knight from behind, yeah. DDT to Pete Dunne. Here comes Nakamura. Shinsuke from behind. Kicks LA Knight. So everybody's getting their moves in. Got to get that in. The new song came out yesterday. It's alright. It's not as good as the original, but back to New Japan we go. Ricochet and Nakamura. Ricochet and Butch, Pete Dunne And then a kick to Ricochet. All right. Come on. And they're throwing haymakers. Escobar off the top rope. Takes out Shinsuke. Away from his Colombian coke fields. Logan Paul from behind getting booed. Beating up Santos Escobar. And throws him into the ladder into the corner. Logan Paul going to set up another ladder and climb it once again. Ricochet now from behind. And now everybody else is getting into the ring and they're staring up at him like, hey, you're in trouble. What are you going to do? And they just pull him down and kick the shit out of him, rightfully so. Out of the fucking ring he goes. Oh, who the hell cares about Logan Paul? Is this or that or whatever. Pete Dunne getting what the crowd always wants, and that's a table. Make that 2 tables. Can you say 3? No. What the hell is that? It looks like a fucking okay, Bad News Barrett says it's a belt, but it looks like a shit. I'm trying to blank. What sport? Pete Dunne climbing the ladder, Priest from behind pulls him down. Cricket potentially? Like a cricket racket? It's a fucking 2x4 is all it is, basically. Priest says Logan Paul in the corner. He says, wait. Backs off. Me and you, let's work together. You're tall. I'm tall. Let's go set up a table. So Damian Priest's going to work with Logan Paul for what it's worth for the time being. Yeah, no, this ain't fucking working. Logan Paul's going to go through a fucking table here before too long. Or he's going to put Priest through the table. They're going to stack them. They're going to put them side by side. They'll put them side by side. And then now they flip them. They go side to side rather than vertical. Logan Paul says, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He didn't even do anything. And then Damian Priest punches Logan Paul right in the fucking Adam's apple. And now over the steel steps into a ladder ringside. Green shirt guy made the trip. It is Money in the Bank, and money is green, and you deserve it, chant. Escobar, suicide dive to Priest into the barricade. Barricade looks a little taller. And they don't have the newer LED boards. This is old school. It's all just the basic black design. LA Knight in the ring all by himself with a ladder. But here comes Logan Paul probably from behind to pull him down. Yeah, LA Knight climbing the ladder, but yeah, of course, here comes fucking Logan Paul. And then Logan Paul continues to get booed, breaks down the ladder, throws it at LA Knight, hits Pete Dunne, Butch with it. A buffer, come on. I don't know if anybody else having any issues, but a little blurry as it was with the kickoff pre-show. They're chanting, fuck you, Logan. So fuck you, Logan Paul. Yeah, fuck you. Damian Priest grabbing some steel steps. Yeah, more buffer. But it catches up with itself and everything's good. Yeah, but it was a little blurry during the kickoff pre-show and during the start here. I mean, it's clear now, but I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if anybody else is having an issue or if it's just me. Now, Priest, remember, steel steps, has a ladder as well. Got a vertical suplex. Logan Paul looks like off the steel step into the ladder that he has propped up in between the ring apron and the steel steps ringside. But then Butch gets involved. Here comes Nakamura. And now Priest laying on the ladder. Nakamura off the ring apron. Logan Paul grabs him. And then sort of flips him, but now here comes Logan Paul. And he frog splashes Damian Priest, but I am the ladder. Normally it's I am the table. The ladder did not fucking break at all. You still suck chant. Somebody threw a fucking pink bottle. I don't know if it was a bottle of Prime or not, but at Logan Paul. But yeah, you still suck chant to Logan Paul. That is a bottle of Prime. Yeah, he frog splashed off the ring apron to Damian Priest on the ladder, but the ladder didn't break. Now in the ring, Ricochet Nakamura trying to set up a ladder. I'd say we still got at least another 10-15 minutes in this. They'll go home here eventually, but yeah, they've done not all their stuff, but for the most part, all of it. But then you need that sequence at the end, you know. Oh shit. Yeah, suplex from Nakamura to Ricochet. Like you need Shinsuke to hit a Kinshasa. You need Ricochet to, hit his. There's DDT. Splash off the top rope. Logan Paul did his thing there, but the ladder didn't fucking break. Priest probably with a choke slam. On and on and on. Like Nakamura climbing the ladder. Here comes Escobar. Can't forget about him. He's not going to win though. I don't even know what he'd be doing. I mean, he did a suicide dive, but I would think something off the top rope. That's what you have. Ricochet, you have Santos Escobar. Pete Dunne, Butch is, the bruiserweight. He's just gonna bruise you. He's gonna be mean and tough with you. Yeah, he has Escobar in a fucking headlock on the top of the ladder. And then there's a ladder set up in the about third or fourth rung up, and then it's sitting on the middle rope. So now they're laying on that. Of course, no pinfalls, no submissions. The only way to win is to climb the ladder and grab the briefcase. And then, yeah, Ricochet did what he just did there. Jesus Christ. Splash to Escobar, who is being held in headlock. Yeah. Moonsault. And then, yeah, with LA Knight, who talk about charisma and having it, he sure as hell does. This is awesome chant from the crowd. It'll be his LA Knight. And now they're all going to go at it again. All right. Probably another DDT. Maybe some sort of slam. Butch trying to climb the ladder. Priest face first. Priest going to climb the ladder. See, I thought of anybody out of the Judgment Day, other than Finn, to win, or at least be in Money in the Bank, it would have been Dom. They talk about heel heat. LA Knight there with a backbreaker. Logan Paul takes him out then, and then Ricochet with a press there to LP. Escobar from behind to Ricochet, has him on his shoulders. Ricochet's been taking some hits here in this match. Escobar going to climb the ladder. Here comes Nakamura from behind. So Nakamura going to climb the ladder now. There's a kick. Knee off the ladder from Nakamura to Escobar, and Shinsuke's now the only one in the ring again. And then Butch Pete Dunne ringside pulls him out. How many ladders do you need set up in the ring? All right, he's going to climb this ladder ringside, and he's going to flip. Yeah, from the, well, second or third rung down. Moonsaults and takes everybody out in front of the announce table. So now Butch Pete Dunne, the only one standing. Why don't you get in the ring, climb the ladder, dude? He's not going to win, but yeah, just took out everybody. Other than Logan Paul, because he was on the other side of the fucking ring. Logan Paul with a big right hand to Butch. And he says, woo. And we say, boo, fuck you. Hopefully he falls off the ladder. Ricochet. Logan Paul the first to touch the briefcase. Ricochet from behind. Pulling down Logan Paul. And they're going at it. Logan Paul another big right hand. Watch me. He's going to climb the ladder once more. Here comes Escobar from behind. Escobar pulling Logan Paul down. Kick, but then Logan Paul misses with the right hand, and Escobar with a big kick. So Escobar, uno, dos, tres, and a knee to Paul into the corner. Escobar now going to climb the ladder, it looks like. The briefcase is starting to swing a little bit. Santos Escobar climbing the ladder. He touches the briefcase. Here comes Nakamura from behind. Nakamura going to climb the ladder now. Once again, nobody's talking about Shinsuke Nakamura winning Money in the Bank. It's all been LA Knight. It's all been Logan Paul. Escobar's on one side, Nakamura's on the other. Here comes LA Knight. And he hits Nakamura in the back with the ladder. And it's going to set up a separate ladder, a taller ladder, right next to the one they already have set up. LA Knight going to climb the ladder now. And LA Knight going to punch Escobar off. Losing footing, but gets back up. And all right. Yeah, that was good. Two ladders now set up in the middle of the ring. Nakamura climbing the one. Escobar on the other ladder on the other side. Climbing that. Here comes somebody. It's Ricochet. He's going to probably jump off the rope to the ladder, I'd have to guess, from near side. From this hard cam. And Logan Paul and Ricochet do the same damn thing, and they climb the ladder. So we have Nakamura and Logan Paul on one ladder, Ricochet and Escobar on the other. Nakamura gets kicked down. So Ricochet takes his spot. Nakamura climbs where Ricochet just was. Ricochet trying to grab the briefcase. Yeah, Ricochet's been the closest thus far. And then Ricochet and Logan Paul kick down the ladder that had Nakamura and Escobar on it. But then the ladder that Ricochet and Logan Paul are on is not really centered that well for the briefcase. But then now here comes LA Knight. LA Knight gonna get kicked away by Ricochet and Logan Paul. But then LA Knight pushes the ladder down with both Logan Paul and Ricochet on it. But then they sort of catch themselves on the rope What the fuck are they going to do here? Oh, fuck. Through the table. Gonna have to see a replay on that. They sort of fucking botched it. But they caught themselves, went through with it. Only one of the two tables broke. DDT potentially. They're checking in on both of them, make sure they're all right. Butch getting back into the ring where LA Knight's at. Yeah, here's a replay of this. They flipped them, all right. And then, yeah, it looks like they both landed sort of face first in between the two tables that they had set up. All right, back in the ring, the ladder with LA Knight and Butch on it. Boo. Yeah. Boo. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, LA Knight with a DDT or a vertical superplex off the top of the ladder to Butch, Pete Dunne. Or he's going to work the fingers. LA Knight falls down. Here comes Damian Priest as Butch tries to grab the Money in the Bank briefcase. Damian Priest climbing the ladder now as well. He's going to try to grab the briefcase. Priest going to choke slam Pete Dunne off the top of the ladder. Into the ladder they have propped up into the corner. Damian Priest trying to grab the ladder, but yeah, here comes LA Knight pulling him down. LA Knight throws Priest over the top rope. All LA Knight has to do is climb the ladder. Here comes Escobar, though. DDT. Yeah, more like a stunner. Nakamura. And then LA Knight reverses it. Throws him out of the ring, and LA Knight, yeah, let me talk to you. Going to climb the ladder. And he's going to grab the Money in the Bank briefcase. It looks like they zoom in. And, oh, Priest out of nowhere. Grabs him by the neck, going to choke slam him. But LA Knight fighting back. He might grab the briefcase, but then Priest might, in the meantime, choke slam him. Well, no. Priest flips him off the top of the ladder, so we continue. Shit. That was close. I think they had us all. He was going to win right there. Priest going to climb the ladder now. Damian Priest to the top of the ladder. And Damian Priest grabbing the Money in the Bank briefcase. Are you fucking kidding me? Boos from the crowd. Especially him. I mean, all right. Can understand it. They've been high on him, but then he's just been floating around. But as I said earlier, I thought of anybody out of the Judgment Day to be in, let alone win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match here. And they have a fucking Bud Light, more like Tranny Light winner's toast for Damian Priest winning Money in the Bank. But if anybody out of Judgment Day, it wasn't going to be him. Potentially could have been Finn Balor, but he's taking on Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship here. And then, you have Dominic Mysterio, who, talk about heel heat, man. Like, he's over as well. LA Knight almost had it, but Damian Priest wins Money in the Bank. And then it gets interesting. Well, what if Finn Balor beats Seth Rollins, becomes World Heavyweight Champion? Damian Priest has Money in the Bank, and then there's going to be tension in the Judgment Day. Their demise will be incoming then sometime soon too, you'd have to think. We've seen it recently over the past couple years with these factions being broken apart, from the Undisputed Era to the Bloodline, and now next, seemingly the Judgment Day. Damian Priest wins Money in the Bank. Maybe Judgment Day gets broken up today here at Money in the Bank, for God's sakes. Finn wins. Priest cashes in on him. Fuck, Damian Priest might be World Heavyweight Champion by the end of the night. They go Damian Priest for Money in the Bank in 2023. The other thing is, with the men's Money in the Bank briefcase as of late, they haven't got it right. They haven't. You know, you go back a couple years, like the winners that have won, okay, yeah, they've become champ. Some have, some haven't. 78% compared to 100% for the women. Yeah, I get there's been more ladder matches for the men's compared to the women. Because every women's ladder match has been, every woman who's won has won a title. Over, past 20 years, only 78% of the men. I don't know if they are going to have Priest successfully cash in is the thing. But there's going to be tension in the Judgment Day for sure. There is. I don't know how people are going to feel about this. I mean, I hear the crowd, and I'm like, I don't know. Because he's been one as of late. It's just been floating around. But maybe this is, his push that he's going to be getting. When they had a chance to put it on LA Knight. And then they didn't. So we'll see long term if they made the right decision or not. Yeah, Damian Priest wins Money in the Bank. He, I guess, would have been another dark horse. I figured it would have been, as I was saying, Nakamura. But just as long as Logan Paul didn't win, okay. Logan Paul did not win. He really didn't even do anything, special either. I mean, he had the splash off the ring apron to the ladder on Priest, and the ladder didn't break, and then him and Ricochet went through the two tables, and yeah, I mean, interesting decision to say the least. As this commercial break continues, I'm sure one of the matches featuring either Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler or Gunther's, I think, next. We'll see. And then we'll see if they add in anything, backstage segment-wise, some promos, interviews, vignette or two, let alone anything in the ring. Because still to come once again, after Damian Priest wins the men's Money in the Bank ladder match to kick off Money in the Bank here today. They're in London, England, the UK. All hail. More like all rise for Damian Priest and all rise for the Judgment Day. He's the men's Money in the Bank ladder match winner. And here comes Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. So the women's tag team championship match is next. They're defending against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. They're getting booed out of the damn building, so they don't like Ronda Rousey either. Thank you. She can't fucking wrestle. She can't. So this will be next. Then we have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Have Gunther, Matt Riddle for the Intercontinental title. We'll have the U.S. title on the line soon. Cody Rhodes, Dominic Mysterio. And then the World Heavyweight Championship match and the Bloodline Civil War. So, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler defending the women's tag team titles against, here comes Raquel Rodriguez, but also last year's women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner in Liv Morgan. So we'll sit back and relax now and see how the rest of the show goes. But just once again, in the meantime, thank you as always for tuning in and watching. I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cohen Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Thumbs up button. Share hashtag WWE, hashtag MITB, hashtag WWE MITB, hashtag Money in the Bank. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super sticker, super like, super thanks. Always greatly appreciated. As this video is powered by Rogue Energy, be sure to get your favorite energy and hydration flavors in can or tub form, shakers, and Rogue merch at the link in the description below. And be sure to use the code Luke, that's Luke, 123 for 10% off. Luke, 123 for 10% off for Rogue Energy. Link in the description below, along with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, along with live right here on YouTube. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button, notification bell next to it as well to stay up to date. WWE Money in the Bank. Damian Priest, the men's Money in the Bank briefcase holder now, winning the ladder match, and now Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler defending the women's tag team titles against Liv and Raquel. So bell rings, match underway. Liv going to start off against Shayna. Liv's got a little British flag and inspired gear. Should be a good dancer for Def Leppard wearing that. She can pour some sugar on all of us. As she gets Shayna ringside. And then a kick. All right. Here comes Ronda. And then Raquel clotheslines her, so Liv and Raquel are in control here. And Raquel gonna powerbomb Liv into Ronda and Shayna ringside. So now the roles are reversed. Yeah, Ronda and Shayna are in control now of Liv and Raquel. It's a surprise Damian Priest won. It is. But, I mean, I guess in their eyes, that was a safe bet. You know, like, you don't get the big pop from LA Knight winning. He almost did. Should have, but he didn't. You know, Priest Nakamura, I guess, yeah, dark horses. But then, you know, you don't get booed, nobody's pissed off, you know, because Logan Paul won. Well, I mean, you still have Damian Priest win, like, why? But, all right, we'll see where they go with it. And that's why I said it's going to make it interesting for the Judgment Day if Finn would win the world title, and then does Priest cash in on him? Because the thing now with the Money in the Bank, you can cash in on any champion. It doesn't have to be the world champion or the undisputed champion. Because that's the thing, you cash in on, because that was the thing too. You know, people were hammering for Cody Rhodes to be in Money in the Bank and just win that and then cash in on Roman that way. Well, whoever wins Money in the Bank, I've been saying it, you cash in on Roman Reigns, you're going to lose. Okay, he ain't losing anytime soon. He's 1,000+ days now as champion, in the top 5, as longest reign in company history, nearing 3 years as champion, the end of next month, I might add. You know, as a couple tags are trying to be made here. So Ronda now chasing down Liv, but no. And yeah, didn't Liv cash in on Ronda? and win it that way? Yeah, I think so. But as I was saying, yeah, just like you win Money in the Bank, you're going to be cashing in on the new World Heavyweight Champion. You're not going to be cashing on Roman Reigns because you're going to lose. You still might lose, quick roll up 1-2, but now you can cash in on any champion. Like last year, Austin Theory cashed in on the United States champion and won that title. You know, because they put themselves in the corner with only one champion, Roman Reigns, but rightfully so with the story. But yeah, you can cash in on the undisputed champion, the world champion, the Intercontinental champion, the United States champion now. And then the women, it's one of the two women's champions. There's not a Raw women's champion. There's not a SmackDown women's champion. Rhea Ripley is just the women's champion, and Asuka's just the women's champion. But Rhea's on Raw and Asuka's on SmackDown, so you can differentiate. That along with Rhea's world title looks like Rollins' world title, and then Asuka's world title looks like Reigns' undisputed title. So big gold, and then the big gold WWE, logo. 1, 2, and then they break it up. Couple replays. This is a match to cool us all down after the opening contest there. They zoom out, give us an aerial shot. Liv off top rope, crossbody to Shayna. Armbar. This might be it. Double submission in on Liv Morgan.